It's that time again. It is time for me to share with you all of the pages that I colored in April. Before I show you all the pages that I colored, here is something else that I colored. It's not technically a coloring page, but it is a coloring page. This is a Bobbie Goods coloring page that I guess she put onto this little storage bag. I like to consider this a little pencil case here. Inside of the little pencil case, she also has the same print for a postcard. As you can see, I started coloring this and then I stopped because I had already colored this. I said, well, I'll come back later, finish it up, and try to use the same colors to match the card. But this is my little coloring project that I did. I used acrylic paint pens. So check it out. That is all I colored that's outside of coloring pages. Now, on to the coloring books. I colored one page from Simple Pleasures, The Cottage Lifestyle by Jessica, and that's her last name right there. I am not going to butcher her name today. This is a Creative Haven coloring book. And here is the page. For this page, I used watercolor pencils. Yeah, watercolor pencils. Watercolor pencils. That's it, watercolor pencils. I used the Luna and the tint pencils from the brand Staedtler. And I also used white gel pen or maybe acrylic. I think I did use acrylic. The acrylic pen that Foxy gave me because look, I got some on the picture by accident. I think I was shaking it and I accidentally popped some onto the picture. But this is it here. All of this I used watercolor pencils. That's all I colored in this book. I did attempt one, but I don't want to show. Maybe, yeah, I should go ahead and show it to you. I started this one here, but I was using gel pens and I was going to color this whole page with gel pens and I got sidetracked. Actually, I decided I don't want to color this. Let me just go on and move on to something else. That's it for Simple Pleasures, The Cottage Lifestyle. I have another Creative Haven book that I colored in this month in April, and it is the African Glamour coloring book by Marjorie Sinnett and Sia Slater. I colored this page. I am so proud of this page because I used Prismacolor. And I was blending and doing all kind of stuff. And I was like, whoa, okay, I'm loving it. It's like I knew exactly what I was doing. It is so amazing to use pencils that just work, you know. And also, I'm not thinking that, oh, I can't color. I don't know how to do this. Sometimes it's not me. It be the pencils. Let me give you an up close look at this, like what I'm talking about here. Yeah, I hope you can see it. And I did use a blender pencil for this as well. And down here is actually this color. I just took an eraser and erased it a bit to make it a little bit lighter. Yeah, that is all I colored in African Glamour. The next page I have is from Nature Mandalas by Mel Pomini. This is a completed page from last month. It's a WIP, and I finally completed it. Here it is. This page I am so proud of because I think it is such a beautiful page. Yes, I used the Staedtler Super Soft Colored Pencils. And let me bring you up a little bit closer so you can see some of the detail here. I kind of messed up in areas. And what I mean by that, I would be like, ooh, that's not the right color. Let me get the other color. But the good thing about this page is that you can't really tell that unless you just really looked, maybe had a magnifying glass or something. But I really enjoy coloring this page. Such a relaxing page to color, and also, hey, you can be as creative as you want to be with it. That is all I colored from Nature Mandalas. The next page that I completed is from the Tiny Worlds Pocket Pets coloring book. This is a buddy color. And I will put Miss Sherry's picture up. But first, here is what I colored. This is how it looks, how it turned out. Now, this sky, I could have, I was trying to do something up here. But I did not succeed at it. But I kept going, and I'm glad I did because it worked itself out. I think this is a pretty page, and we colored this around Easter, well, before Easter, actually. And I used the gold fiber colored pencils. I really like those pencils. They are so good. Yes. And you know what? I can buy individual gold fiber pencils at my local Hobby Lobby. The last time I was in there, they were stocked up with those pencils. And I said, yeah, this is where I can come and get my pencils because I really like the gold fiber. So check it out. I used a acrylic gel pen. No, not acrylic gel pen. I used an acrylic paint pen. That's right. And I also used the Ohuhu glitter marker. And you can see that on the little lines here that kind of look like a blanket, like it would be a quilt or something. Yeah, you can see the little shimmer. And yeah, I really enjoyed coloring this. And I think it was this picture that made me realize that I really love gold fiber. Because it's like I was coloring and I was blending and shading and doing stuff. Yes. And I said, these are my pencils right here. Here is Miss Sherry's picture here. I'm going to put it over here. Sherry always buddy colors with me. I think she's like she was the second person that I ever buddy colored with besides Miss Faith. She was the first person, but then Miss Sherry was the second one. So here it is. Here it is. Her picture is beautiful. I love her colors. I don't know what it is, but when I do a buddy color, and I think some of you are like this too, when you do a buddy color and you see the other person's, you're like, man, why couldn't I have colored it like that and chose those colors? But you know what? We are all different. We choose different colors, and it is fun to see what the other person comes up with. And it's always me thinking, wow, I should have chose those colors. Why didn't I think of that? But anyway, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Miss Sherry. Thank you for buddy coloring with me. That's all I colored in Tiny Worlds Pocket Pets. The next page that I have is from Tiny Worlds Secret Wonders. This is not a completed page. This is a WIP, a work in progress. And it's kind of like I worked, then I stopped because I did not like what I was coming up with. But I'm going to press through to finish this page. Here it is. It is the Art District at Tin Can Alley. And I have colored the middle floor. There are 3 floors. We have what looks like a little art room here, and then the kitchen, and then the bedroom. So this is what I have colored here. I used gold fiber colored pencils. I'm not finished with this yet, but I'm almost there. I don't like it. That's why I stopped coloring. But I'm going to work it out. I'm going to go ahead and press through to finish the page. I do like this page. That's all I colored in Tiny Worlds Secret Wonders. Up next, I completed 2 pages in Maria Troll's universe. The first page I have is this one. This is a page that I colored using gold fiber colored pencils. I'm going to bring you in so you can see up close. I really like those pencils. I think they are my favorite as far as pencils that I've discovered this year. Gold Fiber by Faber-Castell. The next page that I completed, this page I actually did in a video. And this is it here. I used the Koh-i-Noor Polycolor color pencils. Yeah. And I really enjoy using those pencils. People are telling me that they are hard. They are hard. And they're also saying the paper matters. And I am going to figure that out. But I did enjoy using those pencils. I found them to be easy to use and also easy to blend. All right. Those are all of the pages that I colored in Maria Troll's universe. The next page that I completed is from the Fairytales and Folklore coloring book by Emelie Oberg. This is the page. This is actually a buddy color, and I'm going to put Miss Jen's picture over here to the side, but before I do, this is my page. I enjoyed coloring this page so much. I wish I had colored a background, but you know, I'll do that next time. I color something in here. This was very enjoyable to color, and the pencils that I used Caran d'Ache Pablo pencils, and I enjoyed it. I love the blue. I also used a little bit of white gel pen or pen. It's not there now. I think it disappeared when I sprayed the page to fix it. But yeah, this is it. I love the blue. Here is Miss Jen's picture over here. And you know what? I still feel the same way. When I saw her picture, I was thinking, in my mind, that's the way I wanted to color it, but it didn't come out that way. Her picture is beautiful. She actually did it two ways. She had taken a picture of it before she put the watercolor on it, and then she kind of had a little mishap with her watercolor, and that's why she put the collages on there. So, yeah. I like it both ways. Thank you, Miss Jen, for buddy coloring with me. I appreciate it. I had planned to color more in this book, but I didn't get around to it. This is all I colored in Fairytales and Folklore. I forgot to include this illustration in the video because I left my book in my book bag. I was coloring on the go. This is the page that I completed from Emelie Oberg's Fairytales coloring book. I used Prismacolor colored pencils, also some pens from Pentel, the Milky Pop white gel pen, and also the Sparkle Pop. It's on the flowers, the gold, and it's also on one of the birdhouses. And I used the Pentel Slicey metallic blue pen that I put on the birds. It is on the bird's head where the spots are, and also on one of the birds' belly where the diagonal diamond type of situation is going on with the bottom bird. And I think that's it for this illustration. The next page that I completed is from Symphony of Cute Animals by Kanoko Agusa, and this is the page here. Let me move my little tag. I really enjoyed coloring this page, but I don't think I got good blending. It looks like I blended stuff out, but I don't think it was as good as it could have been with some other pencils that I have. But this is the page that I used, the Star Joy Gold edition on. Yeah. Not, it's okay. It could have been better. It's not as blended as I would have liked it to be. And that's what I mean when it comes to your pencils really do matter when it comes to what you're doing. Of course, you got to have the skill. I guess my skill is still not there yet, but I tried my best to blend. I did it in some places, but what I discovered with the Star Joy pencils, I need to have a lighter hand. Yeah, I'll get it. The more I keep working with those pencils, the better it will get, I hope. And this is all I colored in Symphony of Cute Animals. The next page that I completed is from the mythographic Labyrinth by Joseph Catabang. And this is the page. Check it out. I used, I think, my Pablo pencils from Caran d'Ache. I didn't really know how to color this page when it came to this little portion here and what's inside of here. Yeah. I just did the best I knew. I enjoyed coloring this page though because I was really going in and putting colors and just doing stuff. And putting colors where I thought it would go. Like I put a little pink on this little character here. And then I did my bunny rabbits. I think they turned out pretty well, except for this one here. Like that little blending stuff right there could have been a little bit better. But it could be that the bunny just has this little black spot right here. That's the way he was born. All right. So that is it. That's all I colored in Mythographic Labyrinth. I have two, well, 1.5 pages that I colored in this book. This is the Mythographic Magical Earth book by Joseph Catabang. Bam. I colored this page using Caran d'Ache Pablo colored pencils. And you know what? I really did not know how to color this page. You know? But I did the best I could because when I look at it now, I'm still confused. So I tried to make this gorilla's face darker and the other parts lighter to kind of show that there is a distinction between this and this part. I colored the water, the grass. I enjoyed coloring the water. I thought I was doing something. And the grass. Same over here. I really enjoyed coloring the water over here. At least I felt like I was doing something over there with the water. But when I colored the gorilla, I was like, does it even still look like a gorilla? And I did go over the gorilla with some white gel pen, just a little bit here. I think I used gel pen. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, acrylic pen. I have acrylic. So it's acrylic paint pen that I used. But I used it a little bit here and then I stopped. I said, I don't know. Should I do the whole body? But I made sure to do it on the water and the little cliff thing here. Yeah, that is the first illustration that I completed in here. And then I got the courage to start another page, but I have not completed it. And of course, you know what pencils that I'm using with this, right? I am using gold fiber. I did do the background with, I think, an alcohol marker. Yeah. And I started coloring the flowers here with my gold fiber. But this is all I've done so far. I think I messed up a bit back here. That might not need to be blue. But yeah, I really enjoyed this page. Even though I haven't completed it, this is what I have going on so far. Okay, hopefully I will complete it for May. Yeah, that is all I colored in Mythographic Magical Earth. I have 2 pages that I completed from Kerby's books. The first book that I colored in is the Kaleidomorphia coloring book, and this is an entry for Bubblez Studios contest that she's having, a giveaway. So I only colored 2 Kerby pages, and this is one of them. And here it is. I used Oberg watercolor color pencils, and I think I activated them for the most part all over the page. And also here, I probably could have gone back over this and put white, you know, with a white gel pen to define these little scales, but I didn't feel like doing all that because I'd already done it here, you know. So I think everything turned out fine considering that I'm fairly breaking into my fairly new. I wouldn't say new to Kerby, but I am getting the confidence to color in his books. So this is one that I felt very confident when I colored it. I think it turned out very nicely. Now, one of the things that I did do, I incorporated some gel pen. You can kind of see on the bodice part here that there's a little shimmer there. This is a gel pen with sparkles. I don't know exactly what gel pen I use, but it is a gel pen there. And also I have gel pen here now. This is the Milky Pop gel pen in the center of this little material stuff here. And I might have used Sparkle Pop here. Okay. And that's it. I'm giving you an up close of the going ons. But what I did use the watercolor pencils of Oberg from Faber-Castell, and I did activate it. After I activated it, and once it had dried, I went back over with the pencil again. I did not reactivate it, but I just went over with the pencil to clean it up with the same pencils, the Oberg. I just didn't reactivate it or anything. Okay. That is pretty much it. Of course, you can see the white pen. I think I used acrylic white pen here, paint pen. That's all I colored in Kerby's Kaleidomorphia. The last page that I have to share with you, well, it's a double page spread, is from Kerby's Mythic World. Check it out. I'm so proud of this one. Even though I have some little mishaps here, this turned out so nicely. Let me kind of, yeah, I don't think I need to bring it up anymore. I think this is the whole picture here. Now let me tell you what I did. I used almost all watercolor on this picture. This whole picture has watercolor. And when I first started, I started here just doing the watercolor on the little turtle boy. Watercolor from, I think it's my Woomer set that I purchased, the Woomer watercolor set. I used those watercolors. And I also used, for the fish, I'm going to bring it up so you can see. For the fish, I used some acrylic paint pens, mainly an orange one for most of them. Now this is orange, but I think it's just, it has something to do with the watercolor being there. But it gives a good effect because it makes them look lighter as they get to the top of the water. I thought that was a pretty cool effect. But you notice that they look more orange or whatever when they're not on top of the green. Well, anyway, I noticed that. And of course, I think I used a gel pen for the white, and I used some acrylic pens for the vegetative portion of this picture. So let me bring you up some. I do have some mishaps, okay, some mistakes, but don't judge it to my heart. Just judge it that I'm like learning. I'm in the process of learning. All right. Now I want you to know also that I did use colored pencils, mainly in this area here where you see the darker green. I went and put some little colored pencils in that area and also on the hands and here. And maybe a little bit here. But for the most part, I think that's the only spot that I put colored pencils. So check it out. Somebody complimented me on the sky. I thought the sky looked pretty good, but I kind of got a mistake right there. It's like the water just ran over here or something. I don't know what happened, but everything is watercolor up here. So check it out. Everything is watercolor. Of course, I have my gel pen. Yeah. Ooh, I missed a spot right there. Okay. Nobody would have noticed it, huh, if I have not pointed it out, right? And this is like a moon. And I put the white gel pen around it, or whatever pen I use. I used a white pen of some sort. And I have that white all throughout on the picture, on the water, on the turtle where the little bubbles are. And let's take a look at the vegetative stuff. Some of this is watercolor and some of it is acrylic paint pen. Okay. And I think I messed up and picked up the wrong paint pen, but it kind of gave a really good effect. It makes it look like this is transparent or something. I like that effect with these two. And this one too. I have been wanting to color this page for so long. I did not have the confidence to do it. But Bubblez gave me the confidence because this is one of the entries in her contest giveaway that she's having. And you know what? That's it. This is all I colored in this coloring book. I'm proud of it because I colored it. I did it. I've been wanting to color this page for probably a whole year or more, but I just did not have the confidence to do it. One day I said, okay, I'm going to pick this page. I'm going to color it. I'm going to use watercolor because that's what I want to use. And I did it. I did it. And that's how you have to be when it comes to coloring. If it's something that you want to color, go ahead and color it. You might surprise yourself like I did. All right. This is it. I'm so proud of it. I cannot stress that enough. Now, you know, I have some mistakes, but I welcome the mistakes. I'm proud of the whole picture, even though I see some imperfections. It is perfect to me just the way it is because I did it. I completed it, and it was such a relaxing page to color. All right, that is it. This is it for this book. I didn't color any more pages in, what's this book, Mythic World by Kerby Rosanes. That's it. If you made it to this part of the video, thank you so much. Also, if you made it here, if you want to see coloring plans video for May, please let me know because I really don't want to make one. And I probably won't make one, but it just really depends. But let me know your thoughts about that. Do you care for coloring plans videos? If you don't, let me know. Be honest with me because I'm beginning to think that I don't really need to be making them on my channel. That's what I am discovering. Please let me know what you think. Until next time, keep calm and keep coloring. Bye.